Working as an adjunct. Let's talk about some specifics about working as a credit adjunct faculty member at Prince George's Community College. As adjunct credit faculty, you can teach up to 28 equivalent credit hours annually. The annual 12-month time frame will begin June 1st and end May 31st of the following year. You may teach up to 12 hours in the fall semester, the intersession and spring semester, and in summer session, but you cannot exceed 28 hours total. In addition to the 28 credit hours, you may be assigned 84 clock hours for various services that are paid on an hourly basis, including 34 devoted to required meetings and professional development activities. You may use the remainder of those hours, 50, for assignments such as substituting and independent studies. You're responsible to inform your department chairs of any hours worked at PGCC outside of the department. Payroll. As a new employee, you certainly want to be clear about when you get paid. At Prince George's Community College, all credit faculty are paid every 2 weeks. The schedule usually begins the third Friday of the semester. The last payment arrives after the grades have been submitted. Continuing education faculty are paid bi-weekly during the contract period. My PGCC. Your financial information is located in AlLink, the college's information system. You access AlLink either through the college website or through My PGCC, the college portal. AlLink is an interactive website integrated with Colleague that is used by students, faculty, and staff. Staff and faculty are able to view their pay advices, leave balances, W-2 statements, and more through AlLink. Faculty are able to view class rosters, email their classes, submit grades online, get information on students in their classes, send retention alerts, look at their pay information, and more through AlLink. Once in AlLink, you can find your pay advices under Faculty and Staff, Employee Profile, Pay Advices. The PGCC portal is a secure site accessible to faculty, staff, and students. The student version is different from the staff version. The portal provides a centralized web-based access to college resources and an integrated communication tool for the entire college community. It enables easy access to information and services online via a single sign-on environment that includes an email system, calendar functions, AlLink, Colleague, the college website, document sharing capability, and integrated communication tools that allow for effective organization and processing of information. You get into the portal by going to my.pgcc.edu and signing on with your username and password. From the front page of the portal, you can find announcements, campus events, and news along with links to the various campus offices and facilities. Benefits. As an adjunct faculty member, you are also entitled to a number of benefits. You can receive tuition waivers for Prince George's Community College courses to help you further your education, as well as access to various training opportunities to help you develop your career. You also have an opportunity to apply for scholarly Pathfinder grants to further your intellectual pursuits. In addition, you can obtain discounted software and bookstore discounts. Finally, the college also promotes the emotional and financial well-being of its employees through health and financial services. You will also find support through the college's Employee Relations Program, which promotes strong employer-employee relationships that contribute to higher productivity along with increased motivation and morale. Employee Relations processes Dare to Excel Awards to celebrate workplace excellence, administers the Employee Assistance Program, EAP, which offers support services for employees experiencing personal challenges, and provides proactive solutions to prevent and resolve problems that arise out of or affect workplace situations. Getting ready. To get ready to teach, You will have to take care of some details, like how to park your car and get into your classroom and office. Your supervisor, manager, department chair, or program coordinator will issue your office and/or classroom keys and key cards. If you need assistance with entering a locked classroom or locking a classroom door, please call Campus Police at 301-546-0666. To receive a parking pass, credit adjunct instructors must request one from their department. Continuing education adjunct instructors must see Anita Mitchell and Kent Hall 227 to request temporary parking permits. All faculty and staff are required to have picture identification cards. These photos are taken in the Learning Resources Center, Akaki Hall, first floor, by the circulation desk, or in the Admission and Records Office, Bladen Hall, room 126. Email setup. You will be assigned a college username that will be used for our college email system, Outlook. Your username will usually be the first 6 letters of your last name, the initial of your first name, and the initial of your middle name. If you do not have a middle name or did not provide it to the college, you will usually have an X in that spot. Your email address will be your college username at pgcc.edu. You should use your college email in all correspondence with students and should ask them to correspond with you only using their college email. This is a secured system, and you have reason to believe a student corresponding this way is indeed the student identified in the system. You do not have that assurance if students use a personal email. Please be extremely careful discussing grades or other sensitive, personally identifiable information by email. Holidays and AlAlert. The college observes a number of official holidays, and you can access the academic calendar for those dates on the college's website. Bad weather can cause the college to close, and you need to stay informed of the college's status when the weather turns ugly or emergencies occur. The best way to stay informed is through AlAlert, which will send you notices through your phone or other mobile device. Registering for AlAlert. Simply fill out the form at the following link: http://scripts.pgcc.edu/AlAlert. Have your cell phone with you and powered on before you begin. Once you complete the validation portion of registering your mobile phone, the next page will read, "You have successfully signed up." You will see a login link for your new account. To complete your registration, you must log in to your personal account with your recently created username and password. Once in your account, you may register 2 email addresses and 2 mobile devices by clicking on the Services tab. Your subscription is good for 1 year from your sign-up or renewal date. If you incur difficulties in getting registered, please call the Technology Services Call Center at 301-546-0637. Student Learning Outcomes Assessment. Prince George's Community College has a comprehensive process for the assessment of student learning. Instructors play a key role in every aspect of the process, from the creation and revision of assessment tools to the design and implementation of interventions based on assessment data. As a new instructor at PGCC, you are expected to familiarize yourself with the process and be prepared to actively participate whenever your course is scheduled for assessment. In order to help you get ready, a special Blackboard course entitled Student Learning Outcomes Assessment at PGCC Faculty Modules is available for self-enrollment. You're expected to complete the first 2 basic modules within your first semester here. Consult the resources page in this training program to view the enrollment instructions. Classroom Essentials. You have your parking pass and ID, your college email, and access to AlLink in the portal. You've completed the mandatory trainings. You've met with your department chair and your colleagues. You're starting to feel more comfortable at the college. And now comes the real work, teaching your course. let's examine some things essential to your success in the classroom. First, you should be reassured that all members of the faculty, whether tenured or not, are entitled to academic freedom as set forth in the 1940 Statement of Principles on Academic Freedom and Tenure, formulated by the Association of American Colleges and the American Association of University Professors. Secondly, the college provides you with a number of resources for your first day in class. Handouts, announcements, and other valuable information are available for you on the Academic Affairs portal page listed as faculty resources under College Resources. WDCE coordinators provide adjuncts with their first night packets. Thankfully, you don't have to pull together all the rules and regulations and information that should be on your course syllabus all by yourself. A master syllabus is available for courses on the Resources for Faculty portal page. The course master syllabi can be found on the right side of the page under the Helpful Links box. Click on the drop-down arrow to choose the specific subject, then choose the class number. Check with your department chair or program coordinator for additional information. Missing class. If you know in advance that you will be absent, please follow the process below or your department's policy. Inform your office coordinator or chair. Try to line up your own substitute first if that is the departmental preference. Follow up with students on Blackboard by sending an announcement and keeping them in the loop. In the event that you miss your office hours for a particular day, it is expected that the hours will be made up. In the event that this occurs, communicate the makeup date to the students and the departmental office coordinator or chair. Consider using a technology solution for holding online office hours through Blackboard Collaborate in your Blackboard course. Adjunct faculty do not have personal or sick leave. Rosters. One of the first things that you should do is print a class roster from AlAlert for the first 4 weeks of class. Make sure all of your students are on the roster or show you proof of registration. Do not allow students to stay in your classes if they are not on the roster. This is a good habit to develop, especially during the first weeks of class. Send any students not officially on your roster to records and registration to straighten out their records. Be sure to give the students a student routing form when sending them to other college offices. Students are no longer allowed to enroll in your class after the first day of class. This policy was established so students do not miss all the important information disseminated on that critical first day of class. They may still enroll in classes that have start dates later in the semester. For a tutorial on printing your class roster or schedule, go to the AlAlert page. You will also receive a 5-week intervention roster. You are to indicate whether students are attending and if they are doing satisfactory work. Be sure to turn these in. The Middle States Committee found that the students who are in trouble in a class, if notified, will do something about it. Check with your department to determine what procedures you should follow in addition to submitting your grades in AlAlert. While you have the authority to set attendance and participation requirements for your classes, the college is an attendance-taking institution and expects that students will regularly attend the classes for which they are registered. In the case of distant learning courses, the expectation is for participation through timely completion of assignments, involvement in online discussion groups, contacts with the instructor, and other such indicators of engagement with the course. You are required to administratively withdraw any student who fails to attend or participate in a class during the first 20% of its meeting dates. You can find the dates that apply to your class on the Faculty Resources page. This administrative withdrawal is recorded as a Q grade, and an effective date of last attendance must be assigned. It is treated the same as a student-initiated withdrawal in terms of its impact on the GPA. Administrative withdrawals take priority over student-initiated withdrawals. Students who have been given a Q by the instructor may not, therefore, change this grade to a W at a later time in the semester. You can take attendance in a paper attendance book, but the information must be kept or transferred to the Blackboard course attendance feature. The college will use this information to comply with federal regulations regarding financial aid. You will want accurate records should a student challenge your information on his or her class attendance. Check with your chair about your department's policies. Disruptive student behavior. The college has a code of conduct that defines the rights and responsibilities of students and establishes a system of procedures for dealing with students charged with violations of the code and other rules and regulations of the college. Refer to the Student Handbook for a complete explanation of the code of conduct, including the Code of Academic Integrity and the procedure for dealing with disruptive student behavior. You can also find support through the college's behavioral intervention team that promotes the safety and well-being of the campus community through positive, proactive, and practical risk and threat assessment. For more information, contact Anderstein Robinson at 301-546-5229. To best prepare yourself for different emergency situations, including immediate threats in the classroom, you should refer to the guidelines contained in the required multi-hazard emergency preparedness training. Cheating and plagiarism. The Code of Academic Integrity covers issues of cheating and plagiarism. Students are required to understand these rules, and you should remind students of their responsibilities at the beginning of the semester. Your syllabus should link to the online version of the code located on the college website. Procedures for suspected plagiarism and cheating. While the Student Handbook outlines the procedure for suspected plagiarism or cheating, a brief overview here is helpful. You are responsible for gathering any and all data that support the allegation of plagiarism or cheating within a reasonable time after the date of the suspected infraction. You then will meet with the student to discuss the alleged infraction. At that conference, which can be conducted by telephone, email, or in person, you must present the evidence that supports the suspected violation. At the conference, you must give the student the opportunity to admit or refute the charge of plagiarism or cheating based on the evidence provided. The student has the right to appeal any decision of a faculty member that may result in sanctions. You must then complete and send the charge of violation of academic integrity form to the Vice President for Student Services, with copies to your department chair and academic dean. All supporting documentation must accompany the form. Grade appeals. A student does have the right to appeal her grades. A student should first discuss his concerns with you within 30 days of the grade being posted. She must also file an appeal of her grade within 30 days if the issue is not resolved. This is done through the student submitting a request for meeting form to the department chair or dean. The form and procedure are available on the portal MyPGCC under Academic Resources. Student evaluations. Student evaluations provide valuable information to faculty and administrators that allow for program improvement. Each department will have a system to evaluate adjunct and full-time faculty, which may include student feedback and observations by peers, coordinators, and chairs. Retention alert. Retention alert encompasses the college's early alert and early warning system to prevent students from slipping into academic jeopardy. Faculty can submit early alerts when students are performing poorly or demonstrating poor academic skills, poor attendance, or missed assignments. Alerts should be initiated within the first 2 to 4 weeks of class and again around the midterm period, but can be sent any time during the semester. More information on Retention Alert can be found on this training's resources page. Employee Handbook. Your complete guide to policies and procedures is the Employee Handbook. Please review the handbook and fill out the acknowledgement. The handbook is available online, so consult the resources page of this training to view the handbook and complete your assignment.